Hello and welcome back to Book Tales by Preeta. Doing an English video after a prolonged gap of 3 months because I had focused myself on reading some of the classic Bengali books, and most of them are thrillers which I am enjoying to the course. They are written on contemporary topics, and if I don't complete them, then I feel like missing out something very important. That is the only reason that I was doing videos in Bengali, but I thought that I should make a video. I hope you have seen the thumbnail, where in this video I will talk about 12 books that I want to complete in 2024. This video is like a reminder for me because I think that if this video will be uploaded on my channel, then all the books that I am mentioning in this particular video, at least few of them I will surely finish before 2024 ends. So without further ado, let's begin today's video. The first book that I want to finish reading, and a book that I have told repeatedly that I want to read, is An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. Now, first thing that attracted me about this book was the interesting cover, and secondly, it is the story of a black couple and how one of the partners among this couple gets imprisoned, and then what happens in their life is the story of this particular book. This is again a bestseller, and this is one of the books that I look forward to read, but every time I plan it, I don't get the time to read it. So this is one of the books that ASAP I get time, I will read it. The next book that I want to finish reading is a book that I got 2 years back from Kolkata International Book Fair. It's a collection of short stories. The book is Dubliners by James Joyce, and again, this is also a very popular book. I have heard repeatedly good things about this particular book, but also I have heard that the English used by James Joyce in this particular book is a bit difficult than the normal speaking English. Now, I have not read the book, so I can't comment on the quality of English language used in writing this short story collection. It's about the people living in Dublin and James Joyce's observation on them. So this is one of the books that again, and this year also I am reading too many short story collection. I don't know why, but short stories are catching my attention to a great extent in 2024. Couple of Bengali short story collections also I have read, of which I am making videos one by one. I'm trying to talk about each of the short stories in each of the books, and I am making dedicated videos on short story collection books, and I hope to complete reading this one as well. The next book that I want to read, I have heard a lot about this book from the past 2 years. The book is On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. This is about a son and his mother, and the story is set in the times of the Vietnamese War. Whatever good things I have heard, mostly they talk about the beautiful language that has been used to write this amazing book. And again, apart from good storytelling, it is good language that always attracts me. So I have kept this book in my reading list this time. The next book is a thriller. It's a popular thriller, but it's a thick book. But I hope to begin it soon because I have not read any English thriller in 2024, and there are two thrillers that I look forward to read. One of them is Dark Matter by Blake Couch, and this has a different kind of story what I have heard from people talking about this particular book, and so it attracted my attention. And let me see where this particular book take me. If you have read any of the books that I am mentioning in today's video, then do let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to watch more of English videos, just write want to watch English videos in the comments down below. If I see more number of comments and more number of people talking about it, then surely I will come back with more English videos for you all. The next book is a classic. It's a short book. The book is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Now, this is a second-hand copy, and I just loved this cover. It's amazing. Also, the book is great. I have heard it from people who have already read it. I have also read about the book somewhere, and so for a long time this book is in my reading list. I collected this book this year only from the second-hand bookstall from which I regularly buy books. So this is one of the books that I look forward to read in 2024. The next book, I read a few pages and then somehow I kept it, but I do want to finish this book. The book is A Gentleman in Moscow. This talks about a particular person who was given life imprisonment and who was kept in a big hotel in Moscow. The person's name is Count Alexander Rostov, and he was a count uh, who was imprisoned for lifetime. If I'm not wrong, the imprisonment was for 32 years. So the story was set in 1922, and for 32 long years, this person was given imprisonment. That is, as long as the person had lived. Now, this book has got an amazing description of the hotel in which this person was imprisoned. Also, this talks about the Bolshevik Russia and the Russian Revolution. So I thought to grab a copy of this book because apart from the history textbook of class 11 and 12, I have not read much about Russia or the Bolshevik Revolution, and so this is one of the books that I look forward to read. The next book is again a very popular book. This is again a second-hand copy. The book is The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro. This is the first book of Ishiguro that I am reading. I will be reading rather. And again, this is about a butler who has served his count for a very long time, and he wants to visit the countryside, but all through his lifetime he has never gone out from the count house. So what happens is what the story about this book, as I have heard, and this is again a very popular book. People have told nice things about the book, and so I want to read it. Now the next book is one of the books about which I have heard nothing. This is a second-hand book. I was searching books in the second-hand bookstore from which I get the second-hand copies, and this book attracted my attention. The book is English August, and I'll talk about the whatever is written in the blurb. Augustus Sain is an young Indian civil servant whose imagination is dominated by women, literature, and soft drugs. As the novel opens, he has been posted to a small provincial inn town of Magna. English August is a funny, warily observed account of Augustus Sain's year in the stick. I just grabbed this book after reading this nice blur, and this book is in my bookshelf for the past 2-3 years. I've not read it yet, and that is the reason I want to start reading this book. Okay, now the next book is again a mystery thriller, a popular mystery thriller, and mystery thrillers are good to get you out of reading slums. And if it's a popular one, then I should read it. So the next book is None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This is a book about which I heard a lot in the end of 2022 and the whole of 2023, and so I thought that I must read this book ASAP. The next book that I want to talk is Dust Child. This is also set in the backdrop of the Vietnam War, and I have not read much about Vietnam War, and this talks about the illegal children who were born by the mutation of Vietnamese women and American soldiers who were the soldiers during the Vietnamese War, and those children were called Dust Child. So this thing captivated me to read this book, and so when I got a chance, I collected this book. Look forward to read it very soon. I got this book last year, but I want to finish it fast. The next book is again a short story collection. It is Onam Stories from in a Nightie, Kerala Quarantine. This is the book. It is by Anjana Menon. I think it's during the quarantine period. Now the quarantine period is also happened in 2020 and 2021, and this is a short story collection that talks about something that we all have experienced very recently in all our lives. I just wanted to read about it, and so I grabbed a copy of this book. Nobody talks about this book, so I wanted to read it. So let me read it and get back to you about my feedback on this book. The last book is a non-fiction. The book is What Young India Wants by Chetan Bhagat. Now I think got this book in my collection from 2019. It's a very short book, but still I have not got the time to read this book. So I want to read this book as early as possible, and let me see how Chetan Bhagat writes non-fiction. I don't think I have read any of his non-fiction work, and so I got this from. I think this is a Xerox version, if not wrong. I got this, and I would like to read it and get to know his viewpoints. So these are some of the books that I have selected from my bookshelf, which I have not read. I look forward to read it in 2024, and this particular video will be a reminder to me in the remaining months of 2024 that all these 12 books are the books that I must finish reading before the year ends. So let me see by the end of 2024 how many books I actually finish and how many books turn out to be amazing reads for me. So till then, have a nice day ahead and enjoy the summertime, but do not dehydrate yourself. Drink lots of water. If not necessary, do not go out. Stay indoors, and we will see you soon in the next video. And if you are a Bengali and you can understand Bengali language, then do check out my Bangla content. Tata, goodbye, and have a great day ahead.